Go back to below. Thanks for joining me with the Rocket channel now. We're doing some more of this science stuff. Thank you, YouTube, as well. Bringing the kid back out of me. Again, we've got this potassium nitrate. We let this dry and harden earlier. And, excuse me, what we're going to do here is take this, start putting it in here, take that, remember we got to have a 1/4 inch right here. We got about somewhere in this point, and then like there. See that? All right. So now it's about time to see how the rocket's here. Pretty much the body of this rocket. We need to seal this and begin attaching the fins at 90-degree angles. Now, you're going to want to have a tool. You got to pick your silos. I don't know if there's any war buffs out there, but you know, back in the days, it was always machines and rockets. You know, back in the old days before I got ran up in a certain way. It was a beautiful thing, though. But here you can you've got your missile silos here, or if you prefer, can't forget about your Nikes. You know, Nikes. How many of you guys wear Nikes out there? Where's your Nikes at? You know what Nikes are, don't you? Shit. I ain't wore a pair of Nikes in a long time. So what inspires you to be into aeronautics? What inspires you to be bold and want to shoot for the stars? Or are you an evil scientist? Do you want to, you know, launch missiles into, you know, little people's homes? Let me just adjust this for a second. I'm just trying to get to know my viewers here, you know. All right. So what we're going to do here is, I guess we're going to start by getting the syringe. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And we could get a protractor. I don't think we're going to get that. We're going to eyeball it. I have to have some type of measuring device, but we'll eyeball it. All right. So I guess pretty much what we got here is it's kind of working. We have that adhesive, okay. Don't forget to pick up your LVAX. You know, Hemer cubes. Get your syringe here. Run you a bead of that. That'll be a little too much. And actually, I think we're going to have a problem. See that? It ain't designed to do like that. That's fucked up. That is seriously fucked up. Plus, I've got a different idea for this AGM. I want to get a save a fin on this configuration. We need a we're gonna have to hold up. It looks like this work's gonna have to take place in sessions because basically, given the selection we've got here, I don't think silo configuration is going to work. This one, we're going to have to manufacture, like you said, up here this way. So it's going to have to, it takes about 20 minutes a piece for these to set. So let's go ahead and well, I don't know what you'd say about this. You know, get that rocket right here. And just because we're fucking with this rocket, we don't quit shop. We're going to let this rocket sit down here for a minute. You don't quit shop. Like I said, I can't get the education, so we get the education itself. We're going to move into optics. This thing has been fucking with me for a while. This is my first GoPro. Back when GoPro came out, this is the first edition Hero. I remember I felt like a son of a bitch when I had this. I was probably your age. All right. All right. Excuse me. Let's get to work. Now, I've been paranoid about using these suction cup things ever since. It was a chase, non-severe thunderstorm was coming out of Pontotoc County. No shit. It was, I think it was like a marginal risk. It wasn't even a risk day. It was in the middle of the summer. It was like early June. And we had this thunderstorm, complex of thunderstorms build up, like coming out of Lafayette County, drifting into, what is it, Pontotoc County? In Union County, we had a multi-cell cluster. And it was getting bad. And it was summertime, and lo and behold, the darn thing got a severe thunderstorm warning. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, hey, I went out, and I got on it. Well, I'm riding up on this thing, coming down the color, and lo and behold, it gets a tornado warning. And the sirens are howling, and I have this thing, and I, attached it to the hood of the car. Now, maybe I'm just ill-versed, or I don't know how to use the suction. I put this fucker on here, and I'm a poor guy. I'm not rich. A lot of people think I'm fucking rich. I'm not rich. But this thing right here blew off the car. And I've been paranoid about it ever since. This is what it looks like. Using the optics. This is the shit. This is the case. You see the cracks on it. I've got the rocket here, and it's continuing to monitor the progress. So don't forget about the rocket. I've never broken into one of these things, but it didn't work anymore. It was stuck on shooting mode. Like it would just take pictures every 5 seconds. whenever you turn it on, if you could mash the button, you can see. I don't know if you can get a good look. Right there, the button's mashed and all that. I mean, but if you turn it on, it will operate by shooting basic pictures. When you're like me, and when I started coursing and doing this stuff, any picture was great to take home and show the victory that you got from the clouds. This is before cell phones, even. Well, around the time cell phones, I'll put it to you like this. When the Motorola Razr, a little bit before that, I mean, cell phone and networks were in its infancy. You know, it's still like dial-up. It's way back in 2005. I guess ain't that. It's getting that way. Technologically, this stuff you wouldn't believe. So find a way to get this out of here. This is a lithium ion 3.7 1100 milliamp hours GoPro battery. The original. I couldn't, man, it was nice to get one. And I hope you get one. And I hope you buy my book. Don't forget to buy my book, Facing the Storm. Facing the Storm. I'm going to write another one if y'all people buy it. It's actually got a card in here right now. This is a Transcend. Don't forget to transcend. 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 Transcend your environment. Good shit. So I gotta find a way to split this. Oh, Woody ain't gonna do the job here. I mean, Woody, we can't use Woody now, man. He's a Phillips, and this thing's gonna require something that's like narrow and narrow. So don't forget to get your, line one right here. Get you a what's called a. You got your Phillips and your flathead. This is a flathead screwdriver. Okay. All right. I think I'm going about this all wrong. First person, my mother always told me, she tried to show me when I was a kid, show me something that was, you gotta learn how it works. Find out how it operates. You try to figure out how it works. I mean, she did the best that she could. In that case, like I said, we're using the scientific method. Feynman's. Do you guys know anything about Feynman? In the scientific method, you form hypothesis, you gather information, you test your hypothesis, you know, and then you gather results. And feel free, you guys can type in the comments below or subscribers unless I'm blacklisted. But I think these things live, I think it's realistic that I may not have any viewers. I'm not really that aware of conspiracy right now. I know there was some severe beef with YouTube. There has been severe beef, but I'd like to think that that beef's been squashed for well, I'd say since about January 13th. And I've been working little by little, trying to remove the bad comments and the bullshit. Like I said, I mean, I don't like to be a ship tenant, but I don't mind blasting music every once in a while at 3 in the morning. All right, so it looks like we're finally removing some of these screws. That thing right there is supposed to be drying, and honestly, it claims, I could be fucking wrong on how to even use this shit, but it said 1200 psi pressure. I'll have to go back and look, but I'll have to check and see if I applied it right. So we're gonna have to get that on there. Okay, check this out. Separating the components. There's a neat little feature. Whoa, take a look at this. Whoa, whoa. Don't forget to check out the raps. There's some raps and some heavy metal and some country music in the playlists down there. Turn your speakers up and look at this fucking thing. This was the cutting edge at the time. So we got a ribbon cable here and I think this is the speaker. The lens, and I guess this is your CMOS or your video chip. This is your video chip. So what we gonna do, we're gonna have to get that off of there. Okay. By the way, we're gonna get the rocket back up here. It's got that strong Loctite on it. We're gonna be ready to get this thing moving here. All right. We have accidentally pulled too hard. Look at that. That is a system failure right here. That's bad news. What happens here is, like I said, unfortunately, we're using this eyesight camera. It's supposed to be good. It is good, but it's just for some reason not picking up very well. This appears to be a hot cable going to this circuit board has become dislodged from either the positive or the negative. Yeah, obviously the positive terminal here. I'm trying to find a way to get this. All right, see, ribbon cable comes loose. And apparently the hot is snaking its way back in here. Can you see this? Some really shitty video quality. I don't know how it's coming through on your end, but it looks like shit on mine. All right. All right. Taking the rocket. We're going to let this shit cure some more in front of the heater. It's very cold in the room. So, This is pretty wicked. Do you see this? Is the, I would guess, I don't know what this thing is. Okay. See that thing? Here's the, said it's broken. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. Let's go ahead and there's the, this one here. Right, looks like this thing is kind of soldered together right here. There might be a risk of damaging. I don't know if it's a double stack board or what kind of situation we're facing. I would bring you closer. I don't have the gear. You know, it reminds me of this guy. I miss this guy. He's from New York. I don't know what race he is. Which I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. Let me just get that out there. But it's just like there's always so many variations of people. There's so many different people. It's cool. And whatever he is, I like it. Whatever he is, I like it. He's a smooth operator. And he works. Yeah, he's in my subscriptions list. I ain't seen him in a while. But if I find this guy and you remind me of him, I will try to find him. I found it's hard to balance your time switch. But I'll find him. I'll do the work for you. There's the switch. This is the thing that's giving me trouble. You can see it right up there. But that's giving me trouble. So, metal. Here's okay, here's the problem. Right down there, you see these two screws. If you look really closely, they're camouflaged amongst the transistors. And we're trying to run this for an hour. We've only got about 23 minutes left. So, ba 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 ba. What do we got? A whole lot of change. Let me make sure there ain't no more camouflaged things. And we've got to try to shimmy it up off the board. You see the metal here, the metal plate. We may need to do one of these things. Yeah, old Wooden Willie ain't gonna do it. And this one, I don't know. So I'm just gonna have to go ahead and get the Camco. You want to figure out how not to destroy this thing. Look at the situation we're dealing with here. There's like two layers, two wafers stacked on each other, and they're not coming out. Somehow they're held in here, I don't know, with silicone grease or some bullshit. It's a fucked up situation. We gonna fix it. Don't forget to pick out your Roden Schwartz. You can get your pocket guide. All right. All right. So, I guess what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to dip off into the stash. See that? We're going to have to go in here and find a tool for the job. And thankfully, in the words of, what is that? Papa's got a brand new bag. That's the one we need. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to focus on this. Not so much on y'all, and I think I have identified the problem. There's another camouflage screw way down there. Take a look at that. Can you see that one? Way down there. That might help. Get a little more light. Again, respect intellectual property. You know, we're digging in this shit for trying to repair it for scientific purposes. Okay. Okay, I think we've got it, guys and gals and in-betweens. Whoa! Look at that. There goes the button. You know, when you see it, you know, a lot of people, I was raised to just beat on shit. And I'd beat on shit and I get angry, let your emotions get attached. Maybe machines feel, I don't know, but I'm the type of guy to bust a fucking computer, break something. I've thrown weed whackers. I've chopped cars off the axis. I get deranged. Shit sometimes. I've had the dealings with them. So you can see right here the screwdriver marks during a particular outburst. Libyans trying to motherfucker with life. But they don't like working. Now we have that and that. Whatever this is, I'm actually curious if we even need it. Here's the ribbon cable. Whoa. And just take a look. Like I said, if I can get the some of the shit This is pretty fascinating stuff. Look at the gold. I think this is actually real gold. Those gold leads. You know, they needed the gold in the golden age for gold. Gold makes the semiconductors right here. Gold. It's not just good on a ring. It's good in a lot of them. And gold is a good element. Look at that. I believe that's gold. I could be wrong. Particularly in these thin ribbon cables. Right. That was kind of a rude drop. Did you see that? That was super rude. I wish I could get that. That was rude. You need a fucking airbag for a guy like that. I mean, some of these components, I just want to say, not to see, but if you're looking for a security cleared position and you're working with some of these companies out here, guess what? A little motherfucker doohickey like this could be $120,000, $240,000. Always remember that. Said man, because to me, honestly, in my wages, that shit costs that much to me. I had to work my fucking ass off, push and push and push to get this kind of shit. And at the time, and then you only, guys, don't forget, ladies, check out Jim Morrison, The Doors, Soft Parade, The Tornado Chase. Like I said, I put that together. All that just to go out and all that saving for a shallow grave. You die out there in a tornado, but it feels like the American spirit to me. I hope it is. And see, this is a hot connected to it appears to be a data transfer cable, some type of data transfer thing. This may or may not be necessary. By the way, we're down to 9 minutes left. So we have officially taken this carcass of that is over there. This thing is actually a triple stack. If you look at it, that's a triple stack. And it's got the power cables, these bus bars right here that come up right where that thumb is. And you see these leads, and if you look over here again, now those are going to be the power rails, so to speak. I would venture to say, and if you look at the front of the thing, You've got your USB, which takes that old school, that like I said, the Razor. It takes that Razor charger from way back in the day. Everybody, they thought they were slick shit if they had fucking Razor. Razor phone was the baddest there was. You know, I didn't even really have a phone. I didn't know much. You know, it was a motherfucker back then. But, and you see, that's die-cast aluminum, I would venture to say. That's your SD card slot. This is possibly your horns, and then your optics right here. Take a look at the eye, the electric eye. Eyeball right there. There's your electric. And this is your LCD. So let's go take a fucking look real quick. The LCD also comes out. Look at that little ribbon cable. Check that shit out. Ooh, and it's got that right there. Another screw. If you want to take it off, you might not want to, you might not need to, but you may have to separate all these wafers to find out what the problem is. But hell, we've only got about 6-7 minutes left. Let's go try to get a charger. See if we can get this thing working. I haven't been able to get this thing working. Charges. Excuse me. I am not sure that I have one on hand. But we have to dip into the storage. Oh. What do we got here? All right. Nothing in there. Okay, so it looks like we're about to run into overtime. We're going to abandon that venture, searching for that cable. Since we're this close to the end, we've expended that amount of time, and I'd like you to think about that in your research projects. Like, what the fuck are you doing for your country? What the fuck are you doing for your community? You know? So, we're down to the last 4 minutes. If you got any questions, let me know. we're going to take this over here, and I think we're going to figure out one little Husker do or don't to taper this off. We were wondering about our lights here. And we're going to snip on each. All right. So, we're working on the prototype. You know, the enemy's eyes, sometimes they get they burn the enemy, sear the enemy's flesh with weapon system. Yeah. You got to make sure it's kosher. You want to make sure that it's done right. Shout out to the IAI, by the way. That's some great stuff. And also the Alpha Group and the DARPA. And some of these wild special project people out there do special project things. We are almost at buzzer. Fuck. All right, it's over. Donate money next episode.